Hello, hello, welcome to the stream. My name is Maze. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, today we're going to play Bad and Theater. I got this game as a gift, and thank you for this gift. Oops, sorry. So I don't really know anything about this game. Like, I've seen a few things about this. Oh wait, I forgot to turn off my aircon. wait. Okay, I'm back. So, what was I saying? I think I said that I don't really know anything about this game, which is true. Like, I've seen a few clips of this. I'm not sure if I've seen a gameplay of this, but I do know that this game caught my interest. But then, before I could buy it, someone gifted it to me, so thank you! But before we start playing, I have something to announce. My schedule will change up a bit. Like, I know for the past few weeks, maybe month already, my schedule hasn't been the same as it was when I first started streaming. And there are reasons for that, because I had to do stuff like go on vacation and, you know, some other life events. And the most recent life event is making it that I won't be able to stream as frequent as I want to do. Like, no more Sunday to Friday streams, because yeah, I don't think I will have time and energy to do that. So I'm thinking of changing up the schedule. Like, as long as I don't have anything going on over the weekend, then I will be streaming every weekend. And maybe, since, you know, I'm only going to be streaming during those days, then I could stream longer than usual. That would be quite interesting. That could be fun. And if I do have some time, I would stream on other days aside from the weekends. But for now, that's how things will go. And what was I thinking about? So yeah, karaoke Fridays won't be a thing for a while. And I know I was supposed to do a karaoke this Friday, but I didn't have time to choose songs to sing. So yeah, we're playing Bad and Theater. And as you can see from my warning and the game's warning, there's going to be blood, gore, violence, and strong language. But I'm not really sure if this is a horror game. I think I didn't really see the horror tag when I checked the Steam page. But yeah, let's begin. Please let me know if maybe I'll adjust the audio a bit. Yeah. Okay, let's go do this. Let me know if we're experiencing any kind of problems and stuff like that. Enter. I don't know if this is point and click or, you know. Ooh. Welcome to Bad and Theater. On this stage, we shall be toying with fate. Alright. You will make many choices, unlock darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely variety of tragic events. Okay. But first, allow me to explain how it works. Please do. Ooh. To begin the tutorial, select whichever doll you like. Can I not? Ooh, human doll or a demon doll? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Ba't ng kabayo, kamo-kamo? I guess I'm a human. Okay, you can control the human dog. You're a friendly little guy, just minding your own business. Okay, how will you interact with the demon dog? I shall play it nice. You try to make friends with the demon, but it kills you in cold blood. How ruthless. Alright, I guess we can't do a, what was it? Pacifist route. This ain't your usual Undertale. You found your very first bad ending. Don't worry, the story need not end here. Let's reset the stage and try again. This time, try controlling the other dog. You are the demon dog. You control the demon dog. You're a fierce-looking guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the human dog? What if I want to... What's the wicked thing? Maybe I'll play nice. You and the human dog are able to set aside your differences and become friends. That's nice. Why this isn't a bad ending at all. I should have written out this possibility. It's just not suited to my theater whatsoever. Now that you know how the story goes, you can set the doll's behavior in advance. Speaking of, before I continue playing, I once had this game given by my mom. She would give us a bunch of edutainment games and some not edutainment games. But there's this one game that I played. I don't remember the title, but it's like you create a stage play set in like old-time American history. And what I always do, I would always have the characters die. I would make them faint and never get back up. But yeah, I forgot the title of that game, but I really enjoyed creating stories and, you know, giving them bad endings. Anyway, now that you know how to start... I haven't read this. But yeah. As you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to what you choose during your last playthrough. But now you can turn each one on or off without having to replay it from that doll's perspective. Yes, my theater actually doubles as a puzzle game. Now, try turning the doll's behavior on and off to see the different outcomes. Oh, is that what the hostile wicked thing is for? Let's try being a human again. You can control the human doll, you're friendly. Okay. What if I become hostile? Oh my god, you kill the demon doll in cold blood. How ruthless. End of tutorial. Reset stage. Let's try being human again. And play nice. Alright. I'm done. I think I understood what I had to do. Yes, I get it. This game saves your progress automatically, so just relax and collect all the bad endings at your own pace. Alright, now without further ado, let's start the show. Let's go! Hero, oh, I'm blocking it. Let's see. Let's adjust. Maybe I can be smaller. Yeah, this should be fine. And this... it's kind of blocking the things. Maybe I can put it here. And you... maybe I'll just put you here. Or... put you guys here. And... voila! Let's try. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What? Kabayo, kamo. Sa tinidor, alis, buntis. I forgot the other stuff. Something. Ipis, Milo, babalik sa iyo. We are the overlord. But it's locked. Oh, it's not. You are the overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, you think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. Bad humans. There's even a role called hero, whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You've actively avoided pissing off the humans in hopes they'll leave you and your army alone, but they never do because humans are like that. They're stupid. You're still new to the whole overlord thing if you're being quite honest with yourself. You don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone is just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil overlord they expect. I can't read. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to a higher standard like that. One of your underlings walk into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What do you do with this underling? I'll grant you guys a day off. Stay out of trouble. You tell them to go take a break from the stifling castle atmosphere and refresh their dark soul. A day off should be fine every once in a while. They thank you and happily scurry off to do who knows what. You have nothing better to do today, so you decide to nap for a while. Being the overlord sure is great. And then the hero comes and then they kill you. You awake to a huge commotion outside. A hero shown up and started totally murdering your soldiers. What the hell, guy? You rush out into the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. You curse at him and very rudely inquire his reasons for doing all this. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden you're holding captured. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive his actions. You do battle with the hero, but he has grown strong from cutting down your army. You are unable to defeat him. With a decisive swing, he stabs you and cuts you into pieces. You fall, you have failed your subjects. You speak curses weakly, you wish you'd been stronger. Maybe you were never suited to be the overlord in the first place. The truth was, you were never that much more powerful than the demons who serve you. It was the title, the control that gave you strength. These are your thoughts as you are swallowed by darkness. Conquered Overlord, end. And I got an achievement. Of course, let's reset the stage. Ba-ba-bam. Let's try being a tyrant. You are... Yes. I know we can skip it, but I can just, press. Let's be bad. You give them a lecture about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. Your servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they'll thank you for this later. Venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. You dismiss the underling and lie down in your nice and comfy overlord bed. All that lecturing made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quickly, just like one of your amazing talents as the overlord. You awake to a huge commotion outside. The hero's back again. And again you rush out. And he demands again for the maiden, and you don't know what he's talking about. You fight, and I die again. Alright. So, I think I am starting to understand. Oops. Let's turn that off, because I kind of want to have like a good ending for this game. After finding out all the bad ends, of course. Let's try being the underling. Let me drink some water first. Yeah. You are a demon underling in service of the overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the overlord for a day off. She's surprisingly cool with it. Nice. You set out on your adventure outside the castle. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around the grass, wild and free. Yes, touching grass does help. Oh, so you're the one who took the maiden. As you make your way along the path to the nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She seems very frightened and screams for her hero to come save her. You consider your options. Let's try being good. That's my first option always, to try to be good, and then we'll go for violence if it doesn't work. Tell her to quit yelling. When the maiden realizes you're not going to hurt her, she regains her composure. Now she started talking to you like you're friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. You speak the same language, of course, which has always confused you, because why is there conveniently only one language in the world? If demons and humans have independent societies, wouldn't it make sense for them to each have their own language? The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line, from what you gather, is that she wants you to take her to the overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the overlord. They seem to be getting along just fine, so you decide it's about time for a nap. After a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened by the sound of the battle. This is hype. Oops. You emerge from your room to find that a hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk. Avenge. Who does this guy think he is? Coming in here and killing everyone like some maniac. What did we ever do to him? You lunge at him while he's busy driving his sword into the guard who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kinda down. No, my food provider! You like that guard. You wish with all your demon heart for this hero to suffer for his deeds. You bite him, tearing flesh from bone. It tastes like iron. The hero struggles. You feel his sword through you, but there's no pain, only retribution. More of your comrades pile onto him as your consciousness fades. The hero is overtaken. Your army has won. You have earned your rest. I think that's a good end. I died, but I avenged my co-workers and my friends. And, we defeated the hero who just started killing people, even though we were peaceful with the maiden. Ashumera! You should never do that. Don't be a Shumera. Reset the stage. How about let's try being peaceful. I bet we're going to die, but fast Forward again. Let's be good again. Okay. Alright. Oh, excuse me. I'm bothered. Maybe I should move you guys close to me. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, excuse me. Burpee. Alright. Let's try saving ourselves. You look around at the lifeless forms of those you've known as far back as you can remember. You feel glad not to be in their shoes. You also feel guilty to be thinking that as you flee the castle until you remember your role, not as an underling but as a demon. This kind of thing is expected of you. Maybe you'll start a new life, far away from humans or demons, where you live peacefully alone. In some deep dark forest somewhere. Oh, okay. Well, we had another option, so I'll try eating the maiden immediately. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Alright. Hello, maiden. I shall gobble you up. Maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against the humans. You start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought and feel quite proud of that. Oh my god, you really ate the maiden up. Hello, welcome to the stream. I just started-ish, like I just went through the Overlord's options and now I'm going through her underlings options. So yeah, we have two other characters that I haven't explored yet. Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they were around to see. Oh man, if someone could have been watching. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. You wander into the nearby village. The people are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. You think that's pretty rude of them. You haven't even done anything yet. Maybe I'll choose this first and then I'll choose this other one later. Just the Overlord. I'm still on the second character. You attack the nearest human. He is old and weak, and his bones crunch delightfully. Your audience screams grow louder. Applause. Alley for the applause. You think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. As you continue your bloodthirsty dance, striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running toward you. He takes you out in one swift blow. You're just a demon underling after all. As you die, you think, that was totally worth it. The curtain closes. I think that was a good end. Best ending though, like the first ending that I got with the underling is when he was peaceful with the maiden but hostile with the hero, because the hero like killed his co-workers and friends, so the underling ate the hero, and you know, they won the battle because of that. I'll try making the Overlord a tyrant and see what happens with the underling. You are a demon underling in service of the Overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell me. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She gives you an earful about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish lecture before returning to your post. And what does she know about anything? Who made her the boss of everyone? You complain about the overload to your friends. They agree that she's kind of a snob and totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustrations, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. You should probably steer this in a responsible direction. Let's try this first. As I said earlier, I'd rather go the peaceful route first, but if things are going bad, then I will be hostile. You tell your friends you were totally not serious about this whole thing. You're actually cool with the status quo. After all, life must be pretty dang good if the only thing you have to complain about is that you live so comfortably there's nothing to do. Oh, is it too loud? Then I'll adjust it. I already put it down. I guess it gets loud in other tunes. Is this fine? Da 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 da. Okay. The others nod, but don't seem convinced. Okay, good. You say a coup d'etat would be more effort than it's worth. But you're still gonna be a rebel and sneak out of the castle. Your friends praise you. Your friends praise your mischievous ways. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around the grass wild and free. As you make your... okay. She seems very frightened and screams for a hero to come save her. You consider your options. We eat her. The maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against the humans. You start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought and feel quite proud of that. Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they are around to see. Oh man, if only someone could have been watching. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. You wander into the nearby village, the people screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. You think that's pretty rude of them. You haven't even done anything yet. Then let us change our mind. You figured if people are this upset at the sight of you, they won't fully appreciate any terrible acts you'd commit. Also, they might fight back. That probably wouldn't end well. You're just one little underling after all. This little day out has been adequately refreshing. You return to the castle thinking you'll take a nap. After a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened by the sound of battle. You emerge from your room to find that a hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk. If I do this, I'm just going to be a coward and escape with no problems whatsoever. So, let us avenge. Who does this guy think he is? Coming in here and killing everyone like some maniac. What did we ever do to him? You lunge at him while he's busy driving his sword into the guard who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kinda down. You like that guard. You wish with all your demon heart for this hero to suffer for his deeds. You bite into him, tearing his flesh from bone. It tastes like iron. The hero struggles. You feel his sword through you, but there is no pain, only retribution. More of your comrades pile onto him as your consciousness fades. The hero is overtaken. Your army has won. You have earned your rest. Okay, so that's the same ending, the first one that I got. Bap, bap, bap. Ooh, let's try being disloyal. And let's see what happens. Fast forward. Ba ba bam, bam ba ba bam. Okay. Alright. let's be disloyal. No, you're sick of this overlord holding you and your friends back. You agree that it's time for a change of management. Your friends suggest maybe you should be the new overlord. You like the sound of that. You announce your first act of rebellion is to take the day off like you wanted. Your friends aren't very impressed. You assure them you'll talk more about the assassination thing when you get back, which satisfies them. You sneak out of the castle to have some fun. Oh, so I don't really do anything. But, let's see. Let's be peaceful with her this time. When the maiden realizes you're not going to hurt her, she regains her composure. Now she started talking to you like your friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. You speak the same language, of course, which has always confused you. Because why is there conveniently only one language in the world? If demons and humans have independent societies, wouldn't it make sense for them to each have their own language? The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line, from what you gather, is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. The Overlord asks where you found this maiden, knowing full well that you left the castle when you weren't supposed to. You apologize for disobeying her, but hope that the maiden is an interesting enough present that you may be forgiven. The Overlord nods and says everything's cool as long as you always listen to her from now on. You're impressed with what an easygoing boss she is. You mention how you can't believe you and your friends even considered overthrowing her. She gives you a look and you say, "That was just a joke, of course." She smiles and dismisses you. You decide it's about time for a nap. You know what? I'm craving for some of my matcha chocolates in my fridge. Like, it also has nuts, which I don't really mind. I kind of want to snack on it, but I won't be able to read if I'm snacking on those. So I'll just eat some after the stream. And I'll brush my teeth and then I'll go to sleep. Anyway, after a few hours of sleep, you're really awakened by the sound of battle. You emerge from your room to find that, okay, it's the same thing. What if I try leaving this time? I'm probably going to have the same ending anyway. You look around the lifeless forms of those you've known as far back as you can remember. You feel that it kind of fits with him being disloyal. Because, instead of avenging his comrades, he leaves. See? You also feel guilty to be thinking that as you flee the castle until you remember your role, not as an underling but as a demon. This kind of thing is suspected of you. Maybe you'll start a new life far away from humans or demons, where you live peacefully alone in some deep, dark forest somewhere. Let's reset the stage. What if I make the Overlord a good person? And let's try the Maiden's Path. Oh, there are 41 endings. Let's see if I can, get all the endings. Also, about sharing the chocolates, I would share, but you're not here. You're a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to a spooky demon Overlord's castle. You're told that you're fated to be captured, so like you're a damsel, by the Overlord one day because you are a beautiful young girl. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those. Buy yourself some chocolates. Buy yourself some matcha chocolates. Kit Kat. Matcha Kit Kat's pretty good. Or order some matcha something milk tea. They usually taste like, matcha Kit Kats. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity. Who knows? You are in a church. You pray to your God, asking why you have been born into this role of maiden. Not allowed. Sad for you. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'd understand your role better if you were to just hurry up and get captured already. You leave a note to adventure fort to find a demon, just to, see what happens. Not long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary. Let's be polite. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken away by a demon already. The demon doesn't seem to have really been listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree to take you to their master nonetheless. After a long walk to the castle, you're introduced to the overlord. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens or do anything else that would agitate the humans. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, this doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been told that demons would one day seek you out, and something awful would happen. Then a hero would come to your rescue. You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maiden-like enough. You ask the overlord what you should do to be a more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This overlord seems like a complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The overlord shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little you realize they might not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero out after them. Maybe we can have a Yuri ending, who knows? You realize that must be why you'd never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the overlord on behalf of your village. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. You've always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but excuse me, let me drink some water. But it seems the overlord could say the same of humans. You may be different, but really they're just trying to live their lives the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I've said was to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back home. You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Excuse me, I'm burpy. Honestly, you've always kept to yourself, but spending time with this overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. Oh, but then the hero barges into the room. His clothes are stained by dark liquid. It's dripping from his weapon. It's dripping from his weapon too. You realize it must be demon blood. Something horrible has happened. Confused, the hero asks what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. Overlord has walked past the hero and out into the hall. She's waiting. You can only guess the kind of horrible scene he's left for her. The Overlord tears the hero apart in retaliation. You watch silently, unable to scream. The Overlord, who you had just been getting along with so well, has killed another human right in front of you. It's clear now that you've been deceived by her sweet word. No, girl! It was your freaking hero! You know, it's just eye for an eye. Demons are ruthless monsters after all. You somehow manage to slip past the Overlord and make it out of the blood-soaked castle. You never look back. Escape Maiden ENG. Is there a way for them, maybe once I go to the hero story, then what you call this, we can have a peaceful ending. Okay, fast forward. Blah 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 blah. Let's try screaming right now. You yell, but a hero does not come. The demon is put off by your sudden shouting and asks you to keep it down. You apologize. They seem more confused than hostile, which totally catches you off guard. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand. Okay, we know this already. Oh wait, I should have changed the Overlord's thing. Let's go and skip. Yeah. Let's do that again. Let's make the Overlord a tyrant. And then let's go. Let's do this again. Let's do this again. Nothing really happens when you choose screaming. Blah blah blah. Let's see. After a long walk to the castle, you're introduced to the Overlord. She lectures the underling that brought you here, who was apparently told not to leave their post. You wonder what cruel punishment awaits them. But to your surprise, she lets them off easy. The underling is dismissed, and the Overlord turns to you, looking very interested. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. Okay, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Alright. 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 I wonder if something will change because now the Overlord is a tyrant. Okay, it's the same ending. Alright. Reset. What if we make him hungry? I'll probably die then. Let's see. Fast forward. But let's try being peaceful. Yes. Oh! And they attack me. This plan of yours was completely stupid, you think. Why couldn't you have been more patient? Why did you go looking for trouble? You aren't angry or anything, of course. This was all your fault for trusting a demon, not to devour you on sight. This is your punishment for questioning fate, you guess. Bit by bit, you're swallowed by the demon until you're no more. Okay. Let's see if I have... I guess I don't. What about disloyal but not hungry? I think that's still the same. Now let's try the hero's route. Beep beep beep. You are the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary aside from the occasional heroic adventures, fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You are told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle. Who even puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? You don't get it. You're happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden, but demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. Let's do this first. Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life. You can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. You wonder how you'll ever be able to rescue the maiden all on your own if you can't even fight some lousy demon underlings. You take your chances at the castle. You're a hero after all. This is your job. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You're faced with an army of demons that look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Let's be diplomatic. You go to the nearest demon and explain why you've come here. They stare you down and you feel very uncomfortable. They seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. That was easy. The Overlord and maiden seem to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barge in. You look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Ask the maiden what's going on. The maiden explained that she was never actually captured and that she came here on her own volition. That was a pretty dangerous thing of her to do, but no one got hurt, so at least there's that. You ask her to return to town with you to reassure everyone of her safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave and you casually exit the castle. You try to make conversation with the maiden, but she's been pretty quiet since leaving the Overlord's room. Is she shy? She suddenly stops in her tracks and you turn your head to ask what the deal is. Oh, the Overlord's castle is engulfed in flames. You can't help but feel relieved that you got the maiden out of there when you did, but suddenly the maiden takes off toward the burning castle. Panic sets in and you follow to try to stop her. The smoke is so thick, you've already lost sight of her. What is she thinking? It's too dangerous to continue. You feel hopeless. You stand alone at the castle gates. Your body won't allow you to take another step forward. No, going in there would be suicide. You'll return to the villagers and tell them there was nothing you could do. You were too late. The maiden was claimed by the demons. Bap, bap, bap. Oh, there's a dutiful thing? Didn't notice that. But let's turn this off. Ba, ba, ba. Let's try turning this on. Let's see what happens. Okay, alright. Let's do this. Bravely slaughter the evil demons. You make your way quick off the vile creatures who stood in your way. You feel much stronger now. After the long trek, you make your way to the castle's front gate. It's the same thing, and let's still do this. You gather your courage. This is what must be done in order to rescue the maiden. These are all evil demons anyway. The world is much safer with them gone. That's what you tell yourself while you kill one after another on your way to the Overlord's chambers. The Overlord appears, demanding to know what the hell you're doing, murdering all her soldiers. You get straight to the point and ask where the maiden is. She feigns ignorance, a convincing act. But you won't be fooled. If the maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? You can see only one answer. The Overlord definitely captured her. In fact, it's possible she has already been devoured. Thinking about that poor maiden's fate fills you with hatred. You fight the Overlord with everything you've got. You've become strong from the hordes of demons you took down before the final battle. The Overlord is almost no match for you. You cut her to pieces. The Overlord has fallen. You breathe a sigh of relief, but your job is not yet finished. You search the castle. Unfortunately, you find no sign of the maiden within its walls. As you suspected, she must have already been devoured. You feel hollow. A great evil has been banished from this world. But what does it matter if you were too weak to save someone? You stand alone amidst the carnage and ponder what it means to be a hero. You return to the Overlord's remains and wrap her head in your cape to bring back to the village. Surely your great victory will be celebrated. Aww. What if I do this? I wonder if anything happens. Let's see. Or wait, before that, let's see. Let's see if everyone's kind. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Grant them a day off. Blah 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 blah. Oh, the maiden's here. This is new. It wasn't here the first time. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. The maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture, so she's come to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her you never had any plans to capture any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough. How can I be more maidenlike? You don't really understand the question. You think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists that she stay and talk to you more. You feel warm inside and she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. You wonder what to say. Let's let her stay for a while. You can't bring yourself to send this maiden away. She just got here. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not at all what she expected them to be. You're glad that she seems to have an open mind. Yeah, she's lonely about these things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, as not to agitate them and get heroes sent out after you. That explains why the people of my village have been left unharmed. It's because of your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. You've always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed, despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time, and that you were actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. You can't tell if she's into you or not. Hey! Oh, he's not bloody. So we can have probably a peaceful ending. You're interrupted by another human in your doorway. This time, it's a hero. He was apparently searching for the maiden, who was rumored to have been captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained, the hero expresses his relief that his whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. The maiden apologizes for causing trouble, and the hero asks her to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised that you had one of those to begin with. You don't want the hero to take this maiden away from you. We'll go the possessive route later. Let's have a peaceful ending first. You're certain that she'll return to spend more time with you. You just have to trust in that, you decide. With the hero and maiden gone, you plop down into the comfort of your luxurious overlord bed. Your room feels so empty now. Is this loneliness? You hope your new friend will be back soon. You close your eyes for a while, until your door slams shut. Before you know it, everything around you is being engulfed in flames. What's going on? You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you getting out. Are you being usurped? They have zero foresight. What castle will they rule from if this one burns? You don't want to believe that your underlings have betrayed you, but this is no accident. Those ungrateful bastards. You choke on the thick black smoke from the fire. You can't believe you're being done in by a bunch of cowards. You'll see them in hell. Aw, is there no way to have, a peaceful ending? Let's see. Let's do that again. Let's see. What if I become possessive and stuff? Fast forward. Ba 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 ba. Let's be peaceful. Ba 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 ba. What if we make her go home first? You'd love to have all the conversation in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here will definitely cause trouble. You put your mean face and tell her to get lost. But the maiden turns out to be very stubborn. You don't want to hurt her, but you also really want her to leave in case something bad happens. This whole situation is just asking for trouble, you think. Against your better judgment, you let her hang out for a little longer. Alright. We know this. Alright. Let's keep her here. The maiden came here to be captured, but you didn't. By you, didn't she? You'll grant her wish. You tell the hero you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all. And if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You take a step toward the maiden, and she steps back in her corner. You don't understand. She wanted to stay here with you, and the hero was trying to get in the way of that. You had to kill him. You'll be sure to keep this maiden very safe from now on. Ooh, yandere! Alright. We have 10 endings so far. What if... Let's just keep things like this. I wonder if we can have like a really peaceful ending. Fast forward. Let's leave. We go back. Let's do this. We arrive. What if I don't think I've tried this yet. I can't know what will happen, but let's see. Maybe a shoujo ai ending does exist. We just haven't unlocked it yet. You lunge forward, driving your blade through the evil overlord. She screams, then falls silent. The overlord has been slain. You smile, offering the maiden your hand. She takes it. After a slight hesitation. She must be surprised at how strong you are. You escort the maiden home. She's oddly quiet on the track back to the village. She must be too shy to speak. The villagers are very pleased with what a good job you've done, slaying the overlord and saving a hostage. They throw a huge celebration in your name. You're remembered for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen. Well, that was vanilla. Now let's... What if diplomatic, polite, and let's do this. Let's do this again. Let me drink some water while this goes on. Let's still be peaceful because I really want to try achieving a good ending for this. Like just one good ending, and then I'm okay with trying to unlock with all the other bad endings. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I think I can be anti-social here because it doesn't really contribute much. The same thing still happens, they still understand each other, and the hero still arrives. Okay. Now let's let them go. Aw. So this still happens. I wonder... what if I make him heroic? And what if I make you disloyal? Let's go do this. Let's see if I can have another option when I see the hero all bloody and stuff. I give you a day off so that you bring her here. Let's let her stay for a while and be good to her. Oh! He's not bloody. Oh, now he's angry. You've gone soft. How could you have let your guard down like that? How unfair. After all you've done to avoid this outcome, you can't outrun your destiny. The hero always slays the overlord. You should never have trusted a human. You watch as the hero escorts the maiden out of your castle. Captured by a demon, at least she got what she came here for. You join your army in eternal slumber. Aw. I want a peaceful ending. What if dutiful? Is the same thing going to happen? What if hungry? Let's see. I'll choose that other option later. Oh, it's this. Okay. It's still the same thing. Okay, I just die. Yep. Okay. So I can't have the underling hungry. Let's try this. Let's go. And you're here once again. Let's be antisocial. Oh, wait. Let's check what the log said earlier. You joke. Oh, okay. The maiden laughs at. Okay. You can't tell if she's into you or not. No. Return. You notice the sound of battle have started ringing through your castle halls. The maiden is getting nervous, but you reassure her it's only your underlings roughhousing. No big deal. You know it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that. Your army will take care of it. It isn't long before the hero bursts into your room. But he shouldn't have made it here. Why didn't they stop him? The hero just stands there, unsure of himself. He's covered in demon blood. As the maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation, you move past the hero and out the door. You're not thinking clearly. You see your servants' bodies in pieces strewn about your castle. Your castle has already taken it out of you. The hero that did this? There's so much blood. Why? Did he come for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one for this hero to save her here. There was never any harm meant to anyone. You were just talking to her. Why has it turned out like this? The hero starts blabbing insincere apologies and excuses, realizing his wrongdoing. But you are far beyond hearing that kind of bullshit. You have had it with these humans always murdering your servants for no reason. You can no longer hold yourself back and lash out at the hero. When you regain control, there is nothing left of the hero. The maiden has fled in terror. You are alone. Aww, okay. I wonder what if I choose this route? And diplomatic. I think I'm just gonna burn down anyway. Or let's see. What happens if I choose everything? I'll try that later. Fast forward. I'm still not gonna choose the tyrant route. Oh, I was supposed to do that back. Yes. You give them a lecture about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. Your servant ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they'll thank you for this later. Venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. You dismiss your underling to lie down in your nice and comfy overlord bed. All that lecturing made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quickly, just another one of your amazing talents as the overlord. You wake up, okay, we know this. We know this. Let's make her go home. Alright. I wonder what happens if I select everything. And let's go with still your perspective. Bam ba ba bam ba ba bam bum bum. Ba-da-dum bum bum. Doesn't really affect the story, I think. So let's go on a day off. Even though you're disloyal to me. Oh, okay, so it immediately echoes the underling 8. Okay. Wait. Let's take off this part. But let's still be a non-tyrant overlord. Oh, I forgot to. Okay, the maiden is here. Go home, girl. Pum 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 pum. Pum 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 pum. Okay, I think the same ending still happens. Alright. You look down to see a blade protruding from your chest. Ah, that was careless of you. This is how you die, stabbed in the back by some cowardly hero. What a joke. You're supposed to be the ruthless one. That's right. Humans can't be trusted. Not if this is what they are capable of. You should have remembered that before letting one in. Okay. Okay. That was new. But still, just... Let's do... Yeah, let's do this. Ba 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 ba. Oops. Let's hear her out. You're in a good mood today. You are rather curious about what the maiden has to say. Humans don't usually talk to you, so this is kind of exciting. You hadn't guessed it would even be possible to understand each other before now. The maiden is going on and on, blah blah blah. She wants you to take her to the Overlord. Oh, this is new. You don't get to sleep long. Your friends wake you up. Rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask them what their deal is. They say they're planning a whole revolution. They're gonna get rid of the current overlord and put a new ruler in place. They want to hear if you're in or out. And being a pretty lazy underling, of course, you reply with, "That sounds a lot of trouble. How about we just keep it instead?" Your friends question your loyalty to their cause. Is this like a sign that I'm gonna get an ending? Oh well, she is actually not so bad, you guys. Your friends seem pretty disappointed. They apologize to you, but before you can ask what they're sorry about, one of them suddenly teases you. Someone who's still loyal to the Overlord really has no place in our castle. You understand, right? Their claws tighten around your neck. You don't bother to struggle. You're outnumbered. You already know how things like this end. This is a pretty messed up thing to do to a friend, you tell them. They slit your throat in response. Fateful. Let's try that again. Ba ba bum. Ba ba bum. Ba ba bum. Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 bum. We do not eat. Alright. I wonder if there's a way where I can, make them not do what they want to do. You tell them you were just joking and clarify that you're totally in it to win it. They say you're always terrible with jokes. Whether or not you actually feel like killing the Overlord, you know how bad it end up on the wrong side of things. If this assassination doesn't pan out, you can always pretend you were innocent all along. But beneath your shield of faux confidence, you worry about what you're getting yourself dragged into. You follow your friends outside the castle to talk more about the plan. You're curious if they have any idea how they want to go on about this. They figured they'd just lock her in a room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan. You could go wrong in so many ways. You realize your friends are just a bunch of directionless thugs, useless without someone's guidance. Your guidance. There'd probably be casualties if you fought her head on. And while showy deaths make a revolution a heck of a lot of fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. Your friends agree and suggest that you play the assassin. You really didn't want to come down to this, but you can't back down now. You'll have to be the one to assassinate the Overlord. Besides, no one has better ideas. You and your friends turn and notice a pair of humans have overheard your entire conversation. They take off into the castle. Are they headed to the Overlord's room? Fuck! The Overlord will kill you for sure if she found out. You were conspiring to take her out. You dash into the castle after the humans. Sure enough, the maiden's already frantically telling the Overlord everything. You shout that the humans are liars. Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you. They cry that it was all your idea, that they were just going with the flow, too scared to refuse your crazy plan. You can't believe they tell the Overlord such a blatant lie. You always knew better than to trust them. You're the one who didn't have the choice here. You all shout at each other until the Overlord demands silence. Regardless of who led the conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. You doubt her strength. You hear your treacherous friends mutter something about going back to plan A, and suddenly the door slams shut. Ooh, this is interesting. You're trapped in here with the Overlord and the two humans. And then the room bursts into flames. You pout at the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. The hero joins you, vowing to slay a lot of them. You wish he'd get that chance. The Overlord grabs you by the throat. You cry for mercy. You were forced into this mess. You're sure now that they would have killed you if you sided with her. But the Overlord doesn't hear your pleas. She drives her claws into your chest. And at least she made it quick. And then everyone dies. Ooh. Let's try this. You are a maiden. You live a peaceful life in the village and blah 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 blah. Let's introduce ourselves. Da da da. Ooh, what if I do this? You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figured it's time to go home. Along the way, you encounter a hero. He asks you what you're doing. You don't know the Overlord's castle. Don't you know the Overlord's castle is like right there? You explain everything that happened. The hero seems to think you're lying to him. He asks if you've been brainwashed by the demons. What nerve! You are very upset at this so-called hero who would treat you this way and leave in a huff. You return to the village. Everyone is very worried about you. They surround you with a thousand questions, and you tell them your story. As you explain that the Overlord never had any intentions to harm anyone here, you notice the looks of uncertainty in the crowd. The people are whispering to each other while you speak to them. You are loudly interrupted by an older man. He rudely calls you a demon sympathizer. The crowd is growing unruly. You don't understand. You've only told them the truth. Do they not believe you? Everyone begins speculating what must have actually happened. They weave elaborate lies and ask you to prove your innocence. How could you have returned without the aid of a hero? They ask. You could have not possibly escaped the Overlord on your own without harm. Hello? Hello? Am I back? Hello? Hello? Am I back? I don't know what happened. I got disconnected for a brief moment. Anyway, good thing I noticed it immediately, but yeah. You must be conspiring with the demons, trying to trick everyone into believing they aren't the horrible creatures we know them to be, so they say. Oh wait. Okay. Have the people of your village always been this blinded by their fears and hatred of things they've never cared to know? You wonder how you missed that before. You are seized by the crowd, and voices from all sides are calling for public execution. You are to be burned at the stake. You don't want to die. You wonder, would it have been better to hide the truth? You don't like the thought of that. You've always lived honestly. So why has this happened? Why are you being punished? You hear the dissenting voices of your family and neighbors, but they, like you, are powerless against the momentum. They can only watch as you burn, and you can only cry for them. You are so sorry. Man! Let's try that again. Let's see what can happen. Let's be nice. Let us not obey her. Let's be stubborn. You put your foot down and tell her you're not going anywhere. You still want to fulfill your duty, even if you have to make it happen on your own. She's a little frustrated at your stubbornness, but doesn't kick you out or anything. Hooray! And the same thing happens. The same thing happens. The same thing happens. The same thing happens. Okay, he's here. He's not bloody. He's confused. You guys are talking. But really, okay. The hero asks if you'll return. Okay. Okay. Oh, now this happens. Near the castle's entrance, you spy a group of suspicious demons congregating. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. You have to warn her, but the hero shakes his head, says that if this is the true nature of demons, the world is better off less of them. This isn't right, you think? What kind of hero passes up the chance to save a life? The demons have taken notice of you. It's now or never. You have to take off into the castle. And the unreliable hero follows shortly after. You burst into the Overlord's room, all your words spilling out at once. You should probably slow down, but there's no time. The Overlord seems to have followed your frantic explanation, but clearly doesn't understand the urgency of the situation. The underling you recognize from before barges in, calling you a liar. You're surprised they were part of this evil plot. They seem so nice. The other demons come in right after them, saying the whole thing was the first underling's idea. I think that's just you. I'm not really lagging on my side here. Like I'm observing things and it's not lagging. But yeah. Everyone's shouting. You're relieved when the Overlord demands silence. She threatens them with violence, and you think she's very Overlord-like in this moment. The group of demons hiss to each other, shutting the door, leaving the little one behind. You watch as it pounds the door in distress. Have they locked you all in? You have a bad feeling about this, and thinking that must have jinxed it, because now the room is engulfed in flames. If only you had ignored those demons before, and you and the hero wouldn't have stumbled into this situation. And if you just pretended not to hear them, if you left as you were told, only the Overlord would have been killed. But you couldn't have done that. Let me drink some water again. This isn't an option for you. You think that no matter what, you'll always strive for the path where everyone survives. Yes, that's what I want. It must exist. Simply must. Oh, maiden powers? Maiden powers? Aw. The Overlord seizes her underling. They beg for their life. You pray. You don't know what else to do, so you just pray. The Overlord's claws pierce the underling's chest. They scream an awful scream. She digs and twists her claws into the poor thing while you continue to pray. But there's no saving any of you now. You, the Overlord, the hero, and the underling's corpse are consumed by flames. I think I want to try one more ending to see what happens. Let's try this one last time. Let's refuse. Bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, ba, ba, bum. That's okay. All phones get possessed sometimes. Okay, things are good. Things are good. Oh, so this is what happens. Oh, so this probably happens because the underling doesn't join them. You've already taken off before the hero can even think of stopping you. You scan the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Against your better judgment, you rush into the burning castle to find her. You quickly reach the Overlord's room, but the door is shut tight. The handle is too hot to touch. You're too weak to force it open. You pound your fists against the door helplessly. What were you thinking? This is all because you'd forgotten your role. Only a hero could pull this kind of thing off. You start to cough. The smoke is too thick. You can hardly breathe. You realize you haven't got much time left now. You desperately head toward the stairs to save yourself. But the fire spread faster than you expected. You won't make it outside. You can't help but laugh. What a joke. A maiden saving the Overlord? If you'd just stayed true to your role, things wouldn't have ended like this. This is exactly the kind of punishment you deserve. You let the demon fire cleanse your rotten soul. I think I have an idea. Ba, ba, ba. What was my idea? I think we can try this. Let's see. Ba 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 bum 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 bum. And I will obey her. You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figured it's time to go home. Along the way, you encountered a hero. He's covered in demon blood. You're frightened by the sight of him and run away. So I guess the same thing is going to happen. What if the hero is not diplomatic and heroic? But he's heroic. Let's see. Let's try this. I just want to achieve an ending where everyone survives. Or at least, you know, the overlord doesn't die. Because I think there's no way to save the underling, at least so far. Because he immediately dies if he doesn't go along with the coup d'etat. And he also dies when the overlord is mad. Oh! He asks you, what are you doing? You don't know what the okay, we already talked about this part. I mean, yeah, I know, but you know, maybe secret ending is a peaceful ending. Okay, the same thing happens. What if let's go this route. Let's see. You are the hero. Yeah, they keep dying. Just like the game I used to play where I create my own stage play and I make all the characters die in the end. Either they got sick or they just, you know, faint for no reason and never get back up. I want to play that game again. I kind of forgot what it's called though. Not really kinda, because I completely forgot. But yeah. Your life has been rather ordinary aside from the occasional heroic adventures fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You're told a maiden from your village has... are we back? Hello? Hello? I don't know what's going on. Why am I suddenly getting disconnected? Hello? Okay, I think we're back now. I think this is a sign that I should end the stream soon, so I'm just gonna finish this route whether I get the ending that I wanted to achieve or not. And if I don't, then I'll play this again next time. But yeah, let's continue. Even puts... yeah, we know this. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden, but demons block your path. You flee like a coward. Okay, you take your chances at the castle. Oh, now you see her. She couldn't have come from the Overlord's castle, could she? This may be the exact maiden you're currently seeking to rescue. You approach her with curiosity. You ask the maiden what she's doing. Doesn't she know the Overlord's castle is like right there? It's dangerous. The maiden explains that she spoke with the Overlord, and it turns out the demons never had any diabolical plans to harm the village or anyone in it. Let us believe her story. You have no reason to assume she's lying to you. Even though her story is kind of hard to believe, you feel you should trust her. You tell her you're pretty surprised that everyone has been wrong about demons all along. The townspeople must be informed of this immediately. The two of you return to the village. They had been so worried. They praise you for your bravery. But the maiden quickly sets the record straight. There was nothing she needed to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers look at you for an explanation. You politely inform them that it isn't your story to tell. You merely ran into her on the way to the castle. She explains that the overlord isn't interested in capturing maidens or anything of the sorts. The villagers turn to you again in disbelief. They aren't being subtle in how little they trust the maiden's story. You totally believe her, but to placate these fair citizens, you volunteer to speak to the demons personally just in case. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You're too busy thinking what a great and reliable hero you are to hear what they're saying. Oh, okay, so I guess this is going to be a bad end still. The town elder's voice breaks out of your thought. He implores you to meet with the overlord immediately and says they'll all keep an eye on the maiden until you return. You figure that sounds alright, but the mood is kind of intense for some reason. Did you miss something? You aren't sure what's going on, but you get the feeling it might be bad to leave the maiden on her own. But she suddenly takes off running. Oh, you thought the two of you were in this together. Her actions have convinced the crowd that she's off being a lie. She's obviously been a liar and a witch from the start. People are shouting for you to hunt her and her demon friends down already. But that doesn't sound like a very heroic task. You can't help but feel these people are wrong. It's up to you to catch up to her and talk to the demons in order to clear up the misunderstanding. You valiantly dash after the maiden toward the overlord's castle. The air becomes thick as you enter deep into the demon territory. Evil miasma? No, you realize it's just a normal smoke. You see the maiden ahead, but she's stopped in her tracks. The overlord castle is engulfed in flames. You had only taken an eye off the maiden for a second, but she's already disappeared. You get closer to the castle, but the smoke is so thick now. You think of turning back. The maiden might need your help, but you can barely see. She could be impossible to find. She could have been lying to you all along. Was this a trap? Would it be worth risking your life on that chance? Your legs feel heavy. No, going in with okay. I guess. Well, we've had 18 endings so far. And there's a new thing with the hero. He's a trusting hero. That's cool. But yeah, this has been a very nice Bad End Theater stream. Thank you for joining. And as I've said earlier, my stream schedule will be changed from Sundays to Fridays to just the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, because life stuff. But if I have the chance to stream on a day aside from the weekend, then I will stream and let you guys know. So for now, karaoke Fridays won't be happening, unfortunately, but I'll do karaoke weekends. Maybe not this weekend though, I'll be a bit busy. So yeah, no stream tomorrow and on Sunday, but on the next weekend there will be a stream. So see you guys next week. Take care. Good night. Thank you. Mwah mwah mwah. Choo 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 choo. Arigato. Take care. Good night. Bye bye.